Hi, I'm Tony Kusalu, beverage expert for the UK and Ireland, and today welcome to episode 4 of MONINfusion, where we will be looking at making liqueurs, but from a wide range of our own Monin syrups. You can also make liqueurs from our fruit mixes and sauces, but we will be looking into that in a later episode. But for today, syrups. Today we'll be making 2 different liqueurs using various different bases. The first of which will be a kind of funky yellow banana liqueur using our yellow banana syrup. And then we'll be revisiting some kind of blended syrups from our very first episode of MONINfusion, where we take multiple syrups and we'll use that as a base to then make a tiki liqueur. So, these 4 syrups. Now, when making your own liqueurs, there's a few things to consider. We're going to be doing equal parts syrup and 40% spirit, and that will always yield you a 20% ABV liqueur. You can use an ABV calculator, which you can find online. We'll link one in the description below. You can use that to calculate different measurements outside of equal parts, which will then yield a lower ABV or a higher. Now, the important thing to note is you don't want to go below 16%, because that way the alcohol won't fortify your liqueur and it will eventually start to go off. A few things you'll need to make your own liqueurs. I've kept a couple bottles behind from various things that we've used, which we'll be decanting our liqueur into later on. So any bottles you've kind of finished throughout service, hold on to them, use them for your liqueurs. A jug, funnel, which will also sterilize everything before we make this, and then just something to stir it all together. Now, your choice of alcohol for your liqueurs can kind of depend on your base choice of syrup. I've opted for a 40% Jamaican rum. We're pairing this with yellow banana. Has this kind of like high ester funky banana smell, which goes really well with this. That way we can make a kind of a banana liqueur that you wouldn't commercially be able to buy, which is the whole point of this. You don't have to use Jamaican rum. You can use any other white rum that you kind of prefer. This is just a personal preference. Typically, these are overproof. So if you go out and source, say, Smith & Cross, Wray & Nephew, do refer to the ABV calculator, because using something that's typically in the high 60s will be completely different to using 40% spirit. And just to reiterate again, reason why we're using 40% is if we do equal parts non-alcoholic ingredient and then equal part 40% spirit, you will always yield a 20% liqueur. Super simple. So, I'm going to sterilize both of these, I'm going to sterilize my bowl, and then we're going to combine these in equal parts. Using the lines here, I'm going to fill 700 mils to fill a bottle here, so I need 350 of each. That's literally as simple as it gets. And then to the 700 ml line with our yellow banana syrup. Voila. So we're on the 700 ml mark now. Just going to stir it to get everything kind of incorporated. And what you can do, if you just wanted to give this a little extra flavour boost, is for, say, every 100 ml of liquid you have, add 1 gram of salt. And it will just really kind of open up the flavours. Now, that is quite a lot, assuming that you're going to kind of go down on the dilution level in your final drink. If you want to lose less, then do. It is finished at this point. That is as simple as it is. And then from there, we're just going to bottle it and then use it to make a drink. Oh, it smells really good. Right, so using our delicious funky banana liqueur that we've just made, we're going to be making a twist on a classic pina colada, just with a little bit more kind of like foamy banana sweets kind of twist on it. So we'll need our MONINfusion banana liqueur, some really good white rum, coconut the free, lime juice or lime rancho, and then your preferred choice of pineapple juice. Right, so next up, we're going to be making another liqueur, but revisiting our kind of syrup blends from our very first episode of MONINfusion. So what I've got here is 4 different syrups that we are going to combine in equal parts with rum. So just to kind of go back to this, it wouldn't be 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Combination of these would make up 400 mils, and then we would add 400 mils of rum. So equal parts syrup to alcohol. Now, the reason why we've also gone down this route is by combining different syrups to have a different base, you open up a different kind of category of flavour profiles that are a lot more complex and harder to achieve by just combining a singular syrup and a singular alcohol. So we're making a tiki blend. So we've got our kind of winter spices, a lot of our seasoning aspect of tiki drinks that you'll find in here. We're using orgeat or almond syrup, which is kind of commonplace in a lot of really good rum or tiki based drinks. Blood orange for colour and to round out the flavour. And then passion fruit for that kind of stone fruity, tropical, really vibrant aroma that we'll get. So the combination of the 4 of these will provide a very good tiki liqueur, which we'll then later use to make a kind of twist on a zombie. So I've made our tiki blend liqueur. I'm going to sterilise this bottle, transfer it over into here, and then we're going to use this to make that zombie I mentioned earlier. So we're using our liqueur that we've now made to make this twist on a kind of classic zombie with a little bit more blood orange, kind of passion fruit notes that will come through. We're going to be using 3 different types of rum, lime juice or our own lime rancho, pineapple juice, and again, our liqueur. So let's get started. Overproof rum. Okay, so we've got 2 delicious cocktails using 2 completely different MONINfusion liqueurs. These are just 2 that we want to demonstrate today, but please feel free to, experiment with any syrups that you have back of house or, different types of alcohol. If you come across anything good, let us know in the comments below. We're always kind of looking to see what our customers are doing. And then, personal favorites from me. I like combining berries together to make other liqueurs. Combinations of chocolate and berries or stone fruits, or getting really kind of funky with the choice of fruits that you have. So remember the first episode, our tropical syrup, that also makes a really good base for another liqueur. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed today's episode. In later episodes, we'll be looking at using the same kind of methodology, using different products from our ranges. Yeah, hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you.